So I want to take a few minutes here to share with you guys a revelation that I had over the weekend. A thought, an epiphany, whatever you want to call it. So I took some time outside of World of Warcraft to go out and mow my front and backyard. A process that probably takes for me, with a riding mower, probably a good hour to do, maybe a little bit more. And during that time, it's pretty boring. I have headphones in, I have my phone on. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm sitting there thinking about, whatever's going on, work, the guild, the YouTube channel, all these things. And it hit me just out of the blue, this weird thought. And this weird thought was, how the fuck would I tackle the situation of mowing this yard if the grass was 3 feet high? Now, that's a really kind of weird thing just to pop into my head. But there is a reason for this thought. And that is because, if you guys haven't heard already, there was maybe a week or two, I don't want to say drama because that's not really the right category for it. There was this outpouring of support for Adam, the guy that does Deadly Boss Mods, the guy that for a very incredibly long time has kept up with DBM. This is an add-on that I don't think a lot of people, a lot of guilds would be able to successfully survive without. I think that it would make raiding a hell of a lot more difficult, and it is an amazing addition to the community. He's a wonderful guy, and it's a very interesting story that he shared with the community here recently. The short version is he has a failing health problem with his mother. She's an older lady. He has health problems, teeth, I believe, maybe some other issues. Lack of income because he does spend the majority of his time either taking care of his sick mother or working on DBM. And he said flat out, look, you guys have supported me in the past. It's not enough. It's not enough, and I'm going to have to take a step back from things like doing DBM, making sure that things are most up to date, because my mom's more important, my health is more important. I need to find more sources of income. It's something that has to happen, right? And what followed was an amazing story. There was an outcry of support for this guy. There was a ton of pledges on Patreon. As of this video recording, we're looking at almost 3,500 people that have pledged to Patreon. And that's awesome. That is so fucking cool. Blizzard actually sent him, and I don't know if they were responsible for it or if there was a community effort. But one of the things that he had mentioned in this big forum post was, hey, I got a really crappy computer. I don't have money to upgrade. I need help, or I need to take a step back. And so Blizzard worked, and they gave him the collector's edition of BFA. They gave him, MSI gave him some stuff. He got a brand new computer out of it. But what it made me really realize as I was thinking, sitting on the riding mower, riding around, mowing the lawn, was this. Nobody knew to the extent, or really thought about. I don't think a lot of people thought about the issues that this guy has. We sit here and think, at least I do, this guy is an add-on developer and incredibly popular. I mean, we're talking, top 5, top 3 add-ons ever made for World of Warcraft. This guy's got money. He's got time. He's super rich. He's super famous. He's super important. He's got all his shit together. But riding around mowing my yard, thinking how the hell do you tackle 3-foot high grass, with a lawnmower? Can you even do it? I honestly don't know. It got me to think. A lot of us don't understand, and we don't know the trials and tribulations that the people around us are facing. So that, I think, for you guys and for me, is something that we should keep in the back of our head. That yes, I want to progress in World of Warcraft. I want to kill mythic bosses. My guild is pushing in mythic content. It's awesome. We have people that are at the top. We have people that are struggling. We have people that we're trying to bring up. We're people that we may have to sit. But, when I look around and I think of the people that I'm talking about, there are, there's all kinds of different scenarios that people don't think of. For example, there is one of my raiders who has specifically scheduled his time off to coincide with the raid schedule. So he doesn't get a weekend. His weekends are Tuesday and Thursday. And he purposefully did that because he wanted to do that. We have another raider who immediately upon getting off of work races home so that they can be on time for the raid, maybe a few minutes late. Races home. I mean, we're talking probably not very safe, but as fast as they can go to get home to raid with us. You have folks like myself who get a few hours of sleep, because it means going through logs, it means talking to people, it means doing YouTube, it means, the raiding. That's the sacrifice. And we look at people, some of my my officers, myself, who have spent real life money helping each other, helping the guild, paying for things, etc. We don't know the circumstances behind the people in the guild. We don't understand that a lot of them really could be sacrificing a lot of things to play the game, to be with me and my guild and hang out and have fun and raid and kill bosses. I'm not saying that gives you or me or those people an excuse for poor performance or lack of this or lack of that. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. There's no excuse for it. But I think that we should really consider what we don't know. Think about the situation before we pass judgment, before we go, this guy is hopeless. Well, is there something else going on? There's no way that this chick's going to fix her DPS. Well, is there another barrier? Is she doing something that prevents her from getting on and getting the help that she needs? What's going on? Because there may be a little bit more than in-game issues. There may be out-of-game. There may be life issues, relationship issues, job issues, just the burdens of life. So, think about that for you and your raiders. Like Adam had problems, creating and keeping up to date DBM because of his health, because of his financial situation, because of his mother's health. My raiders have given sacrifices. Just remember that and recognize that some of these people are truly sacrificing a decent chunk of time, effort, will, job opportunities, relationship opportunities to hang out. So just something I thought of. I want you guys to keep that in mind. If you like this video, you guys know what to do. If you don't like it, let me know why in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you.